Still working. It is working. Still working. Winning. Okay. The next step is we're going to write down what we got to do. What are you going to have to do to get that? Number one, the quick cut. I hope it aligns. You're here. Do the quick cut. Do your training schedule. Do get the Girl Scout cookies out of your house that you just spent money on. Anybody?
I avoided them.
Good job. Okay, here's what I do, okay? Because I love supporting kids in their endeavors. You just give them money. You don't have to take the cookies. You just hand them some cash. Be like, no thanks, but here's some money. You know, like maybe someday we won't be selling poison to raise money for our scouts. Yeah, just hand them money.
Do the protein cookies.
Huh?
You have to teach them to do the protein cookies.
Yeah, we can switch it out to protein cookies. They're probably still going to be trash for you, but there might be some improvements. Yeah, that's awesome. So we're writing down, what are you going to have to do? I'm looking at Eugene's paper. He's including sleep. Yeah, sleep's a good one to include because a healthy body is getting sleep. An unhealthy body is not getting sleep. A healthy one is getting sleep.
Oh, wow. A healthy one.
Sleep, sleep, sleep.
Exominate. Safe and eat.
I don't take.
All right, and the last piece we're going to do is the B. And I want you to describe who you are. Who is this person? Who are you going to be? You're going to be that girl at the party who's not eating that cookies. You're going to be the one that goes to the cookie exchange with a plate of vegetables. You're going to be that person who ate before you left because you knew it was going to be bad. You're going to be that freaking person, okay? And I know how you might have felt about them in the past. You're going to be that person now. You want to have that fitness, you're going to be that person.
I'm the crazy person who runs at 6 a.m. now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She is talking about when she first started, she was like, there's no way ever in the possibility of existence I will be a 6 a.m.er, right? I'm not a morning person. Anyone ever said that? You know you have. I've heard it a million times. I'm not a morning person. Okay, but she had to be that to get the body she wanted to have. She had to change it, and she did. And now it's like, I don't know, 3 years? 3 years? She like never misses a 6 a.m. Crazy. Apparently she needs to work on her sleep though. Apparently.
So I'm told.
Yeah. Okay, and here's the part that she might need to work on is you're that person who goes to bed at 8 o'clock. You're that person who stops answering their phone at 8 o'clock. That person, ugh. Right? Okay, good. Does everyone have their answers for this? We're ready to go forward? Cool. So the quick cut, here's how it all came around. And I love telling this story because it helps you really understand, I think it helps you understand how genuine this program really is. This started, our experimenting with nutrition started in 2020. So the gym's been around since 2014, and I've been coaching some of the exact same individuals for like 20 years, since I was in my 20s, Tim, right there. And what I...
Look at she's done.
Yeah, I know. You're my best billboard. Love it. So I've been doing this for a long time. And when you first become a personal trainer, all the certification programs you go through, they tell you, stay in your lane, don't talk about nutrition. That's right. You become a certified personal trainer and you only are allowed to talk about exercise. Stay in your lane. It's outside your scope. Okay? So I did that for a while because I'm very compliant. I do what I'm told. Okay? But we weren't achieving the health and fitness that we wanted to achieve as a group. The gym, we just weren't getting there. And I was like, I've had enough of this. We got to do something. So we tried a challenge called the 800 gram challenge. And I loved this challenge because it was about health. It wasn't about, dieting or getting rid of food in your diet. It was about adding in the things that produce better health for you. So we did it. We did the 800 gram challenge. And the challenge was simply eat 800 grams of fruits and vegetables a day for better health outcomes. okay? And we did it, and it was awesome. And everybody felt better, and everybody found out they could eat a lot more fruits and vegetables than they knew, okay? It was great. But the problem was we stopped focusing on protein intake, and so our muscle mass kind of wavered, okay? People lost weight. It was great, but we were losing muscle mass. So it wasn't 100% a solution for our community. So the next thing we did is we tried a challenge called Lazy Macros, which incorporated health but eating enough protein. So we calculated 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and we said, all right, here's the challenge. We're all gonna eat this much protein every day. And we included that in the challenge. And it was awesome. We gained muscle mass. We were feeling better than ever. But there was one problem. We weren't losing body fat. We were getting healthier, but now our calories were up to a point where we weren't getting body fat off our bodies. Few people here and there, but it wasn't successful as a group to get body fat off. And the point was never to get body fat off. The point was to eat an abundance of good things. That was the point. There was nothing eliminated from the diet. You could eat whatever you wanted as long as you hit your protein and hit your fruits and vegetable goals. Okay, so Josh and I went through an experiment. We're like, how do we solve the body fat problem? Because everybody wants to lose body fat. And so what we did is we went through a Lazy Macros challenge while logging our food. It was so annoying. I mean, we're weighing and measuring and logging and weighing and measuring. It was everything all together. And the goal was to keep our calories underneath our daily requirements so that we could lose some fat while also eating fruits, vegetables, and our protein goal. And what we quickly discovered is that we could not eat anything else. Otherwise, we'd go over our calorie goal. We could not add in that little piece of toast or a little bit of oatmeal in the morning or that extra peanut butter that we liked. Like we couldn't add anything because if we did that and we hit our fruits and vegetables and we hit our protein goal, it brought our calories too high. So we learned real fast that if we were going to stay in that deficit, there was nothing else. It was just our protein sources, the things giving us protein, and our fruits and vegetable goal. And it worked really well for the two of us. So we opened it up as a trial run. Who was here for the trial? I know you did the trial, you did the trial. There was only like 8 people in the trial. And the average fat loss in 4 weeks was 8 pounds of fat with no muscle loss. In fact, there was muscle gain while everybody lost fat. Some folks lost like 16 pounds of fat in 4 weeks doing this trial with no muscle loss. That's a dream, okay? That was somebody who had more fat to lose, okay? So it was super effective. So we opened it up again to another group and then another group and another group. And the results were the same every time. So that's what we're doing. That's what the Quick Cut is. It's learning how to eat lots of the things that help you become healthier and stronger and eliminate the things that don't. Because that's what it takes to maintain health, maintain muscle, and lose body fat. Okay? Good. That's our history. So the goals of the Quick Cut, we have 3 products, 3 things we need to get out of this as an individual. Number 1 is we want to achieve fat loss while maintaining your muscle. Yes? Yes. Good. That's why you're here. That's how we sold you on this. Okay. Number 2, we need to establish new personalized strategies for sustainable nutrition that supports exercise but not body fat. We're going to talk about this. We're going to create new strategies that are your very own. So when you come to me and you're like, just tell me what to eat, just give me a menu, that is not personalized and it is not your own strategy. I can tell you what I eat, but you don't live in my house, you're not married to my husband, and you don't have a daughter named Amory. Okay? So my strategies will not match what you need. Okay? My commute to work is 3 minutes. So if I need to run home and get food, I can. Okay? I live right over there. I also work in a place that I own, and I can do whatever the heck I want here. Okay? So if I wanted to bring in a little kitchenette, I could. Right? I have a microwave. I have a coffee machine, right? This is my world. This is what I live in. I have very long days. My strategies are customized, personalized, to me and my life. And so the purpose of the Quick Cut, one of the things we want you to figure out is what is going to work in your life. And the only way to figure that out is doing things different and trying things out, and you're gonna find, oh, this worked really good for me, right? That's your new personalized strategy. And we're gonna learn them, we're gonna find them, and then we're gonna establish them permanently, okay? The strategy needs to support exercise, but not body fat. So if you have a strategy of, I'm just not gonna eat till I get home at 8 o'clock at night, and then you come in for a 5:30 workout and you are so spent that you can't train, it's not a good strategy. It needs to support your training, okay? Yeah, it will probably drop body fat off you if you don't eat all day, heck yeah. But what about exercise? Because we still need this. This can't go away, okay? Good, so that's product number 2, your own personal strategies for going forward. Sustainability, okay? If you're gonna eat all ribeyes for the next 4 weeks and that's all you're gonna eat, you better be able to afford that for the rest of your life, because that's what you're saying you're gonna sustain, okay? Buy them from Costco. They don't charge extra just because they're sliced. Product number 3, practical understanding of the required effort to actually achieve an 80-20. Okay, 80-20 rule. You guys read your packets when you join the gym? 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, be on plan. 20% of the time, be okay with what life throws you. Okay? Birthday cake, glass of champagne, whatever, right? You're literally stranded at a concert and you didn't have food and corn dog, right? Whatever. Okay, 20%, be okay with what life throws you. 80% of the time you're on plan. The problem with this, when we were first teaching this as like the way, 80-20, is y'all plan out your 20%. You're like shopping and you're like 20%, 20%, right? So you throw 10 things in the cart and 2 of them are off plan and taking you towards poor health. That's not what 20% means. 20% is dealing with life and what it throws you and being okay with it and not worrying about it. Oh, okay, you showed up at a party and you haven't eaten all day and it's just been a crazy day and okay, they've got little hot dogs and sauce. Okay, that sauce is gonna have sugar in it. You know, who knows what's in those little hot dog things. But like, okay, right? That's your 20%. But if you plan the 20%, you plan it, and then life throws you more, now you're at 40-60. And that doesn't work for achieving better health. It doesn't, okay? So we're going into the Quick Cut at 100%. We are 100% eating within these exact parameters. And things are going to happen in these 4 weeks. You might take a trip and travel and you don't really know how to do this yet, okay? You don't know how to stay on plan while you're traveling. You don't know how to stay on plan when you go to a Easter celebration. Easter's right in the middle of this, guys. Woo, that's gonna be a challenge for us, okay? So we're gonna go in at 100% and stuff is gonna happen, and I'm gonna ask you at every meeting who went off plan. And there's gonna be some of you who are gonna raise your hand and you're gonna say, I went off plan. And we're gonna say, what happened? And you're gonna say this, that, and the other thing. And I was at Easter. I literally had someone tell me their kid shoved a cookie in their mouth. Seriously, okay? And she's like, I know I should have spit it out, but I didn't, okay? It's going to happen. And then the next question is gonna be, did you still get results? And the answer is gonna be yes. And the reason that is because 80-20 works. But it doesn't work if you mentally go into this 80-20. It only works if you go in 100%, okay? We expect you to still live a life, okay? So those are our 3 products. Fat loss while maintaining muscle, establishing your own personal strategies, and then a practical understanding of the true effort, the actual effort it takes to do this in this world and in your life, okay? Okay, so here's the theory. We're gonna eat 800 grams of fruits and vegetables. We're gonna eat 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body fat. I'm sorry, per pound of muscle mass. Nope, per pound of your weight. There it is. Those are the words. and then we're gonna eliminate everything else. Everything else. So if you're like, can I eat blah, blah, blah? I'm gonna say, is it or is it? Because if it isn't, it isn't, you know? Good, and these are the purposes: better health, muscle maintenance. This is purposeless food, we'll get rid of it. It serves no purpose here, and we'll get to our goals. Yes?
On the protein thing, is there also an option of where you want it to have your weight? Because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, so.
Absolutely. We're gonna go over the equations in just a minute. Okay, so getting enough protein. His question is about the equation that we're all gonna do slide after this. We're getting there, okay. So, and he's an expert, he's been in every quick cut since we started. Go Tim. My #1 fan right there.
Yeah, I failed every one of them.
This one's my day. Nuh-uh, you've had great success in quick cut. All right, so we're going 0.7 grams per pound of body weight with a caveat, which we'll talk about. But the way that we're gonna do this is we're gonna prioritize lean protein sources. Okay, lots of protein. We say lean because we're trying to get protein out of this, okay? Now, a lot of ladies, you've been eating more fattier protein sources. It's all good, guys, it's all good. Especially women are finding they do a lot better with higher fats because of hormone support, okay? So that's fine. Eat your protein first. So if you're like one of those people that can't eat a whole steak, but you can like down a bunch of potatoes and rice, you better eat your steak first. Right? Get that in first. Get it into the belly first, then eat the other things. There won't be any rice on your plate. There might be potatoes, okay? Sneak in additional protein. So you can snack on these things. You can throw them into things. Like eggs don't really have a lot of protein. You really don't get a lot, but if you throw some cottage cheese in your scrambled eggs, that can help boost protein. And then if you need to do like protein shakes, right? Getting the shakes in to up your protein numbers. This week is gonna be all about figuring out how to get enough protein. Now I say these things and some of you are looking at me a little funky because we've talked about not doing protein shakes, right? And we talked about not doing supplemental protein when we did Spark, okay? So if you've already cleaned up your nutrition to a point of not doing protein shakes, don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. If you've already cleaned it up, don't step backwards. Okay? Taking in protein shakes is a stepping stone to better nutrition. When you figure out how to get good amounts of protein through food, that's even better. So if you're doing that with food, keep doing it with food. So, and spread it throughout your day. Guys, some of you are gonna have goals like 150 grams of protein. You try to eat that in one meal and your stomach's gonna be really upset. You need to spread it out. So if you're one of those people that doesn't eat in the morning, you might have to start eating in the morning to get your protein. You'll have to spread it out most likely, okay? Unless you're like just a champion eater and you can just do it, okay? This is an example of what 100 grams of protein looks like. Most of you will be above that. You'll need more than that in protein.
That's a total. All that additive.
Sorry, this is one, this is one, and this is one. Yeah.
That is not a,
We should do a challenge where we eat all of it. No, sorry. So this one is like, meat and dairy, okay? This is like light on the meat, but a little more like snacky, a little more vegetable proteins, lighter on the meats, right? And then this is a lot less meat, okay? Showing you it can be done without so much meat in our life. So, no, that was for Andy.
That's lentils on there?
Lentils, yeah.
Lentils? Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. Good on this? Good examples? Yep. Get that picture. I want to see if you can eat all that in one day. I bet you can. Start early.
do that by afternoon.
All right. So here's the do's and don'ts of the Quick Cut. And you should have this. It's the third page. Do you guys have do's and don'ts? Cool. All right. So do consume sources of protein. And you have that little cheat sheet. So what is a source of protein? You're eating it because you're trying to get protein. If you're eating like a piece of toast, and I ask you, why are you eating that? And you're like, because it tastes yummy, then it's not a source of protein.
So that's peanut butter on it.
Yeah, still not a source of protein. But here's how we keep this really cut and dry. When you look at your foods, if it's not a meat or an egg, okay, then it needs to have more protein than anything else. More protein than carbs or more protein than fat. So if you think of it like a scoreboard on the label, the protein has to be the winner. You got 3 teams, protein, carbs, and fat. The protein has to win. So I have some examples. This is the only milk we have found that has more protein than carbs or fat. You can even get whole milk and still the protein wins. The other lactose-free milks do not compare because Fairlife does something with their milk where they add more protein back into it when they filter out the sugar, the lactose. It tastes normal, guys. It doesn't taste weird, okay? Everyone's shaking their head. This is good. Here's our teams. On the fat team, 8 points. On the carb team, 6. On the protein team, 13. Winner. Yes.
I drink that stuff, and it is good. It's better than all the other stuff I've had before.
Awesome. All right, cottage cheese. This one is a whole fat cottage cheese because I'm a big fan of eating fat. We've got fat, 5 points. Carbs, 5 points. Protein, 12 points. Source of protein. Yes, ma'am.
Do the carbs and the fats join teams? Or
No.
So it's only
You have 3 separate teams.
it just has to be both of it.
Yes, hear my words. 3 separate teams. Carb team, fat team, protein team. Protein team needs to win. This one you can. Great question. Brands are different. Don't be fooled. Just because this brand works doesn't mean the next one does. You guys need to flip your food. Get used to doing this in the store. Flip your food. This is called marketing. This is marketing. This is what got you to grab it. Okay? This is called facts. Okay? You are looking at facts. You are not looking at marketing. If you go around the store and buy food based on marketing, you're gonna get screwed. Because every other thing in the store says high protein on it these days. Everything. I picked up some, what was it? I picked up something. I was like, how does that have high protein? I picked it up and it had 2 grams of protein and 30 grams of carbohydrates per serving. I was like, marketing is so sneaky, okay? Ignore the marketing, flip it to the facts, all right? Okay, here's some other examples. This one's really tricky now. This one's really tricky. One of our do's is you can go ahead and eat nuts, okay? Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, beans, potatoes, corn, olives. These are all good. Nuts are okay. So what about peanut butter? As long as your peanut butter is actually just nuts, it's okay. If your almond butter is actually just almonds, you're okay. Don't start reading the label and going, oh man, the fat one, I can't have this. Why? Because this is not a source of protein. This is a nut. You're eating this for other reasons, other purposes. Make sense? This is a good brand. This works, okay? It's just Kirkland. The only ingredients is peanuts and salt.
Adams is safe.
Adams, yeah, as long as just peanuts and salt. No added oils, no added sugars, peanuts and salt only, okay? All right. Yeah, have nuts and seeds without any added sugars. We just talked about that. Dairy, as long as it has more protein than carbs or fat. We just talked about that. Okay, let's talk about this guy. We're gonna find that there are some things like soup or spaghetti sauce, okay? And you're like, but this doesn't have more protein. Fat 7, carb 6, protein 2. But what is it? Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? Or is it a source of protein? Any guesses? That's right, it's a fruit. Well, some people consider tomatoes a vegetable. So the next step is look at your ingredients. Huh?
Put it in a fruit salad and tell it's not a vegetable.
Okay. Whatever you say, Justin. So here's our ingredients, okay?
Salad with tomatoes.
Peeled tomatoes, yes?
Yeah.
Good. Olive oil, yes?
Yeah.
Good, olive oil's fine. Onions?
Yes.
Salt?
Yes.
Garlic?
Yes.
Basil?
Yes.
Pepper?
Yes.
Oregano?
Yes.
We're good. Yeah, it comes in a jar, yeah, it has a label, but look at the ingredients. What are you consuming? Now, if it said sugar, what if it said organic sugar? No. Okay, good. Just making sure.
What about like sweetener and honey?
It's out. We're going to talk about the don'ts. Thank you for that segue.
We missed the bedtime.
Oh, that's fine. We don't want people doing that. Here we go. Don'ts. These are the things that are out, okay? So we have don't consume added sugars. Okay, now what about our protein shakes? Some of you are still going to use protein shakes and protein supplements. They are going to have added sugars. Don't fool yourself, okay? If you're eating it and you're like, this is good, it has something added to it that's sweet. That's an added sugar. Even if it says, no sugar, and then you drink it and you're like, it's got sugar. It's got something going on in there that's making it okay? So, as long as it has more protein than carbs or fat, okay. But it needs to be eaten for the purpose of protein. If you're eating those gummy snacks, those candies that say no sugar on them, and like, what is that? Okay, if it's not a fruit and a vegetable and it's not a source of protein, it's out. Does that make sense? Even if by some magic they figured out how to get some protein in that to make it look like a source of protein, it's out. I'm hoping a lot of us are getting the hang of this with all the Spark and all the lectures and all, right? Like, we're trying to eliminate all these weird things that are in our foods. Everyone tracking?
Yeah.
Okay. No alcohol. You guys all went through your prep week, right? We've been reducing alcohol up to this point. 0 alcohol. Alcohol is a sabotage to losing body fat. Absolutely none. You guys ready for that? Okay. Every once in a while, I get this question. When we're talking 80-20, how much alcohol is too much alcohol? And I will tell you, alcohol is a poison for the body. So my question back is, how much poison is too much poison? You're going to take 1 glass of poison a day, 1 glass of poison a week, 1 glass of poison a month. You decide. It is a poison to the body, and it does have to be processed out like a poison. And so it will sabotage the effectiveness of good nutrition and exercise if it's being consumed while we're doing all these other things. Now, I do realize some of us, it's like an art to drink alcohol. Right, Tim? Whiskey? It's like an art. But when I do it, it's artistic. I don't know. Anyways, but we have to find that balance, okay? But for the purpose of this, I want you guys to see results. We need to cut out the alcohol 100%. All right. Don't consume things that irritate you. I don't know. So, well, she said beans are okay, so I'm going to put beans back in my diet, even though I know it gives me tons of gas and makes my stomach come out to here, right? Like, don't do that. Don't do things that irritate your digestive tract. If milk doesn't work for you, please don't add milk in, right? Like, please don't do that. If you know consuming peanuts gives you hives, please don't. Okay, this isn't like a erase everything you know about yourself experiment. Don't consume things you know upsets you. Okay, you know that thing that's okay for the quick cut upsets you. Please don't add it in. It'll just slow things down. We're not going to consume any grains, any breads, any pastas, any oatmeal, any quinoa. Okay? The reason why is because this is our purpose list. This is not things that are going to get us more muscle mass and more health. Yes, grains have great things in them, like minerals, but so do your vegetables and your meat. Your meat, anyone know the most nutritious food that you could possibly consume has the most nutrient density? Beef liver. It is not spinach or kale. Okay? You are getting tons of nutrients from your fruits and vegetables and your meat. Just eat those. Okay? No fried foods. None. Okay? Yeah, it was a potato. Yeah, it was. But it's not anymore. Now it's a French fry. Okay? No fried foods. Air frying is not the same as deep frying. When you deep fry foods into those oils, the food soaks up all those oils and now we're eating something else, okay? No fried food, zero, zilch. Sauces, Air frying's fine because you're not putting them into oil, yeah. It's just hot air, right? Okay, and you can throw some olive oil on it. Yeah, butter's fine. Yep, totally fine. No consuming sauces, dressings with added sugar. You guys need to check. So you guys have already bought a bunch of stuff. It's in your house, it's in your fridge. You're used to grabbing it and pouring it. You need to grab it and flip it. Grab it and flip it. Okay, if there's any added sugars, it's out. And then I recommend you just toss it. This isn't, the idea is permanence, right? And if you have that in your refrigerator and it's the thing you constantly pour on your food and you find out it has added sugar, this isn't about just for 4 weeks. It's about establishing systems around you that will let you do this forever. So if you start to think that, oh, well, I'll just save it for when we're done with the quick cut, right there, you're already sabotaging your future. Okay? Any questions on the do's and don'ts?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it applies here, but you lifted up that Rio clan of spaghetti sauce. What might somebody put that on?
I make chili with that. I make chili with that, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ratatouille.
Okay.
It's a great question. Okay, so one thing I love vegetables with meat sauce. So when my kids are having, so they'll do the lentil pastas, which I try not to do the lentil pastas. I'll do this on vegetables instead. Okay? Yeah, zucchini lasagna. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So we're going into week 1. Oh yes. How could you consume cheese? What are we looking for on the package? Yeah, and there's certainly cheeses that have more protein than fat or carbs. Okay? We know that some feta cheese, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, some of them, but you've got to pick them up and flip it. Okay? If you have any questions about is this on plan or is this off plan, the only way I can answer that question is if you send me a picture of the label. Please do not make me go through a research project to answer your question. Send me a photograph of the entire label. Don't cut out the ingredients. Don't cut out half the facts. Send me a picture of the label and say, is this okay? And most likely I'm going to say, which team wins? And I'm going to make you answer the question. Okay? Or read the ingredients and make you answer the question. If you need that, I can do that for you. I'm just going to throw it back at you so that you learn how to read labels. Okay? But please, by all means.
I got a question. On the carbs and the fat, if you add them together...
No math. You have 3 teams.
Okay.
Protein, carbs, fat. They're 3 separate teams.
Okay.
We need the protein team to win. Yep, common question. Thank you. So we've got follow your do's and don'ts. We're going to measure your 0.7 grams of protein. Okay, so here's where we're going to talk about this. Go to your protein sheet. You will need your phone most likely for your calculation, unless you're a math whiz. So at the top, there's a little, let's calculate your protein goal. Now, if you have over 50 pounds to lose, you may need to calculate your protein goal based on your goal weight. In Body Scan. That's how you know if you have more than 50 pounds to lose. Your In Body Scan will tell you. If you have a large amount of body mass to lose, we need to adjust this by going from your goal weight, not from your current weight. Otherwise, your protein goal will be too big. Okay? So, go ahead and calculate that out. Write in your weight on the first line. Multiply it by 0.7, and then you will get your goal. And that's how many grams of protein we are shooting to eat every single day. What?
Type 0.7, right?
Yeah, grab your sheet. The formula is on your piece of paper. If you have more than 50 pounds to lose. Otherwise, it's your current body weight.
Mine's way lower than the protein.
If you have a large amount of body weight to lose, then you need to adjust how you're doing this calculation. If you do not have a large amount of body weight to lose, then just use your body weight and do the calculation.
What's considered a large amount of body?
50 pounds or more. 50 pounds or more. Do you have 50 pounds or more of body weight to lose? Look at your InBody scan. It tells you where normal is, where average is.
Because you got,
All right. Does everyone have their protein number? Okay. How are we going to track it? The best way to track this is in MyFitnessPal. Okay? Your steak is not 100% protein. So if you throw your steak on a scale and it's like, oh, this is a 8-ounce steak, okay, or however many grams that is. That's not how much protein you're getting from it because there's water and there's fat inside that steak. So having it calculated for you in MyFitnessPal makes it very easy. This is the 1 week we're going to ask you to log your food in MyFitnessPal in order to track your protein. You don't have to log everything, but we do want you to track your protein specifically. Yes, Warren?
If you're eating the steak, are you weighing it before you cook it or after?
Either way, it's insignificant. Yeah. The difference is insignificant. Okay. Okay. Everyone got that? This week is about protein. It doesn't mean we're not inside the box. Consider the Quick Cut a box. We're all inside of it together. We're strategizing how to do this. We're trying to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. We're trying to get lots of protein, and we're eliminating everything else, starting right now.
What?
Right now.
What about afternoon?
Yeah, right now. All right. There are 2 other parts that are essential that we must do in order to maximize our results in this challenge. You must work out 5 to 6 days a week. If you can't get here 5 to 6 days a week, you need to do a workout at home. 5 to 6 days a week. Okay? That will determine whether you get the maximum change out of these 4 weeks. Second, you must sleep. Yeah, okay, I don't need 8 hours. I see you. Yes, you do. You are a training athlete. You are trying to change your body. You are trying to change your body and you are training. Your body is going through stress every single day in your training. And that is healed and repaired and improved during your sleep. Okay? So, yes, you do. You are wrong. You need 8 hours of sleep or more. Okay? Or you need to train more so that you need 8 hours of sleep or more. But when you're training every day, your body needs that. And if you're trying to make changes to your body needs the sleep. Yes, ma'am?
On the workouts, do they have to be long?
No.
Okay.
5 to 6 days a week, you need to tell your body that there's something there to improve for. I don't care if they're 5 minutes or an hour long, just get something in.
Does walking count?
If you walk fast, you're too fit to just walk. This isn't a workout for you anymore. Walk fast. Carry something.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, sure. Or just put a backpack on with some books in it. Make it hard. Okay. Thank you guys for coming. That's a wrap, and I'll see you all next week.
Everybody have a scale? Does everybody have a scale to get their 800 grams?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Where do you want us to put the clipboard back? You take the paper?
Yeah, take the paper. You can just leave the clipboards on the benches.
Can I ask you? Okay, so I'm 180, but I have to lose 40. So am I putting 140 here?
In the bathroom, behind the doors, there's hampers.
Is this gonna be 140 or my weight right now?
Either way.
Okay, either way. What do you recommend? 140.
Calculate it. See if you can do that much protein.
Oh, okay.
If it's too much, we'll do less.
Ask you real quick. I've gotten into a real habit of drinking the Far Light anymore. So
That would probably be your next step to clean things up, is figure out a different way to get that protein.
okay.
That's just your next step.
Okay. I've been doing the Far Life, and then I put a scoop of protein powder in it also.
Monster.
Not good, huh?
Well, it's not that it's not good. It's that it could be better.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's gotten you this far.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost 70 pounds.
Right. It's gotten you this far. Yeah. So it's kind of like, if you want to get even better, that would be a good target to get even better. So start doing like eggs, cottage cheese, milk, things like that to get your protein rather than
Okay.
just supplements.
All right.
Man-made food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten that habit. It's just easy, so I grab it.
I know. All right. Yeah. Good job. Great to see you. You've been through some things. I've been through a lot. Yeah. Good to see you. You okay? Yeah. Hanging in. Yeah.